to Rainbow Jesus 3000, the show where we explore wild thoughts and stack them against our Christian worldview. We have the conversation, so your pastor doesn't have to.
Well, hey there. This is another episode of Rainbow Jesus 3000. I have a glass of milk because I like milk and it's good for you.
I've got coffee. True fact, I don't drink water, actually. It's 90% coffee. The rest is whiskey. That's okay, though. And welcome to Rainbow Jesus 3000. It's another episode with Terry and Cody. I'm Terry.
I'm Cody, and I don't know what we're talking about.
And that's kind of the point. So the point is I spit something out and we try to get a genuine reaction to Cody, create some cool content. Hopefully it's interesting to you. It's usually interesting for us.
I've so far had a good time every time.
I think so too.
The feedback we've also gotten has been pretty good. So
yeah, give us some honest feedback. There's usually a point to it at the end, and you have a couple laughs on the way. This episode probably a bit of a dreaming episode. I think a bit of a what if episode, and this is another episode where I don't have a conclusion in the end. I'm trying to reach. I think we're gonna find out some cool stuff, and go from there. Right, so.
Let's explore the unknown.
Let's explore some rainbow content. So,
all right.
So today I want to, if you close your eyes, you can close your eyes. Go for it.
Okay.
Close your eyes. Super dramatic you are too, right? Jeez.
Hold on. Do you want me to lean forward then too? All right.
So,
Dear Jesus.
No. We're not doing salvation.
I'm sorry.
You have lived a full life. You are now on your deathbed, and you're confident that you're going to go to heaven, right? Look at that confident face. Yeah. Your family's with you and it's peaceful. And you know what? It's not painful. You actually go to sleep and you die. All right? Cool for you. Good for you. You wake up. Jesus is there. God's there. And you're going to heaven. Congratulations.
Like I'm in heaven or I'm going to heaven?
Well, you're going to heaven, right? So Peter signs you up for orientation. The Apostle James is there. And Luke, safety, blah, blah, blah. Sign here. And you're free. So, heaven though, but what is it? Right? So I think everybody's trying to wonder, like, kind of what is heaven going to be like?
Okay.
And the theme for this episode is transportation and maybe general technology. All right. Okay. What are you to get from A to B in heaven? What's your preferred transportation? What are we gonna do for transportation in heaven?
First thought that comes.
You can open your eyes now.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Okay. That was fun. But you see what I'm getting at, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I've laid out the theme. I think transportation, maybe technology, we can hit on a bit, but I think that makes for a good chat.
Okay.
What did you grow up thinking heaven and getting from A to B was like? Did you even think of it?
I think I did think of it, but right now what I can only think of is I'm riding a horse, but I'm on a rainbow road. Kind of like
Is this like Rainbow Jesus? Like, is that why?
Well, I think that's why I went to Rainbow.
Mario Kart.
No, not Mario Kart.
Rainbow Road and Mario Kart.
Equally as cool. You can fall off that though, and then you die.
Right.
No, what is 4? The Rainbow Bridge Road thing.
Yeah.
Azkaban? No.
Asgard.
Azkaban.
Yeah.
Different places.
Okay, so what did you think growing up? So now you got this picture of a horse riding a rainbow road, but as a kid, what did you think you would be doing in heaven to get from A to B?
Legit, I think that Marvel did an awesome job, and Asgard, I think that is a good representation of what I think heaven's going to be like. It's kind of old and new mixed together.
Okay.
So you got lots of shiny, cool stuff and amazing architecture that's like built into the land. But then there's spaceships flying in and out of it, and you got a rainbow road coming in through the front gate.
Okay. So are we, as with our new bodies, are we the ones creating this architecture in this new world, or plop in place, it's here and we get to experience it?
I think a little bit of both. I think there's a basic foundation of infrastructure, but I mean, you got to do something. Like if people are gonna be making food, that means people are gonna be pooping, which we've talked about. And if people are gonna be pooping, that means the pipes are gonna break because you're gonna have a leak sooner or later. So you're gonna have repairmen.
Or angels.
Angel repair.
That's worth a good
repair
conversation.
angels.
Okay, so Bible precedent would be Jesus is going to prepare a place for us, and there's a heavenly city of Zion coming to meet us. So there is, I guess we can say there's precedent for some structure already being built for us.
Yeah.
But you're implying, which I agree, that there's an element of we can be creative and still be creative in heaven. So for you guys, I do architecture. That's part of my day job, my 8 to 5. And I really enjoy designing buildings. And I would feel really let down if I couldn't do that forever and ever. And I think there's a lot of people like me. I think a lot of artists, a lot of creative people like us would like to keep creating in heaven. And you're almost saying that buildings and transportation ways are part of that?
Yeah, it's just human nature. We always have to build. We always have to create. We're always changing stuff. We're knocking old stuff down, putting new stuff in, design changes. It's the ebb and flow of life that just society has to progress. I'm not of the belief that I'm just going to be sitting in front of the Lord going hallelujah for eternity. That doesn't sound like a very good heaven to me.
Me neither. So we're of the belief that for eternity we're not singing Kumbaya, doing nothing but just worship. And I think there's a lot of Christians like us that do think like this.
Mm-hmm.
And for this general way of laying out heaven, it's a lot of fun. For eternity, there's a lot of stuff to do. It's not boring.
It's dynamic. It's not just a static. Here's what you get, and that's what you get.
And I believe there's hints of that in the Bible.
Yeah.
So that's where we're coming from. My growing up, if we're going to share about what I thought about growing up,
Mm-hmm.
my parents actually kind of told me, don't worry about that. It'll be amazing. Just worry about the here and now. So I was almost stifled a little bit. And my parents didn't mean bad. They just didn't, first of all, English wasn't their first language. And so they didn't know how to articulate anything really to me that mattered like that. So I think I was just told, don't worry about it. It's going to be awesome. Just live now. And so I didn't have a lot of that until I got older. I started hitting university, and then my mind went crazy. And
university!
You know everything when you go to university. You know nothing when you leave. But what I really enjoyed, I kind of like, so you liked Asgard from Marvel?
Yeah.
I kind of liked, is it Rivendell or what's it?
Yeah, Rivendell from Lord of the Rings.
From Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
That was really cool. It's almost the same idea, right?
Similar.
A bit older though, I would say. Less technology. A bit almost like an old fantasy kind of technology, right?
Yeah, what's the
Token?
Middle
Middle Earth?
No, medieval times. It's a very medieval looking kind of thing where Asgard would be a little bit of that, but they tried to throw their own flair of there's a lot more gold.
Okay, so what do you think? What if you had to right now gut shot it for the episode? Jesus and Peter are best friends, and John, and they are leaving Zion, and they're gonna go rip out to the other part of heaven.
Hover bikes.
You think
for sure hover bikes?
Like speeder bikes, like Star Wars?
Yeah, but cooler.
Like cooler Star Wars speeder bikes.
Yeah, I hope so. We like motorcycles on this planet, so I hope there's motocycles without wheels.
So Jesus on a chopper, just...
Oh my goodness. Oh, just like a mustache and hair waving, and he's just like revving his laser bike.
Very hippie, right?
Oh.
Oh, man. See, and do you know what for me heaven would be like? So first of all, I have a very hectic day job. It's a lot of chaos professionally, which is good. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
But to me, when I think of heaven, I need, at least for the first 100 years, I need it more peaceful and relaxed.
Okay.
I still want to be creative. I still want to explore. But I think I just want it to be slower paced. Cody, and I know you've heard me say this before. I want to find and wrangle and befriend the biggest Kodiak bear I can find. Like a big mofo of a bear. And I want to throw a saddle on him, give him a name, and ride him around.
Okay, what would you name him?
Ducky? I don't know. Bruno? I don't know.
Ducky or Bruno? You can have one of each, and you can stand on them.
I wanna name him. I want him to be a pet. I want him to be not like my pet dog, but a big doofy bear. And I want to ride him around like a horse.
Okay.
From village to village, straight to Zion. And I'll park him right beside. I'll park in the stall right beside Peter's speeder bike. And we'll go worship God together. It will be glorious.
All right.
And he can fill up his speeder bike with gas, and I'll give Ducky a carrot, and we're good, right? Or a piece of tuna, a fish. And you know what? So yes, Peter and Jesus will get from here to there very fast. But I will be just loving life on a slower pace, riding a Kodiak bear.
What if Jesus is like you and he wants to go nice and slow paced and he's just chill and he's like, we got eternity. There's no rush to get there. They'll start once I'm there.
Hopefully that's what it's like, and then he can ride a moose. I don't know. We're Canadian. Context. That's all we've got to work with, right?
Oh, boy.
So I truly would love to do that. I don't know if I'll be able to, but I mean, would that not be cool?
Okay, so what if we mix in a little bit here of what if you were riding your Kodiak bear and then you just ride him into the old space train that gets you around heaven.
Ooh.
So now you're on a laser hover train while you're on your bear. There's a cart for people like you that are just wild and ridiculous.
Did you ever play those Final Fantasy games on PlayStation?
No, I couldn't stand it.
This feels very much like Final Fantasy, where you're mixing very old. They rode essentially big ostriches called chocobos.
Okay.
They were big birds that ran super fast, and they rode them like horses. And then they also had high-tech technology. And, I mean, the games were very violent, so I don't think heaven is as violent as Final Fantasy, but you're mixing a lot of... See, what's the allure to me and you liking that slower pace? Is it nostalgia? Like, we live in 21st century...
It's very possible that we just live in microwave mentality. Everything's now, and we can't really know a world that doesn't have that. Like, we can go on holidays, which we kind of get a little bit of that, but you still don't know what life is like, where there's just, you actually don't have to do anything tomorrow.
Right.
So maybe that's why that's what our dream is, because we always want what we can't have.
Mm-hmm.
So
do you feel like, okay, I like that. Do you feel like, because we're so fast-paced, 21st century everything, that we want that? Do you think that people who lived 12th century, let's say, would be pumped about, technology that we have now? So their heaven, ideally, they want the technology we have now. We have that fast-paced. We have the iPhone that,
but
Google everything.
Back then, they wouldn't even be able to comprehend the technology that we have now. So to say that would they want what we have now, they wouldn't even know to dream of what we have now. So do we know what to even dream of for like when heaven comes? That's what I'm excited for. We don't even know what to dream in the future, and there's just going to be stuff that's like, what?
Okay, so I felt like there has been 3 types of future painted by Hollywood. Okay. You have the kind of the depressing, is it called Blade Runner? Have you seen that? It's a post-apocalyptic future. So the future, it's very cyberpunk.
Oh, they have different names for these.
It's cyberpunk. Okay, it's a cyberpunk. It's where it's future. It's super high tech, but it's very depressing. It's very dusty and just kind of gross.
Yeah. Okay.
Then you've got the future technology that is kind of like Star Trek. So
everything's just spacey and
so Star Trek and Star Wars are different. So Star Trek.
Oh, I'm aware.
Yes.
I'm aware.
So Star Trek is super high tech, kind of beam me up, Scotty, kind of super crazy like that, and clean and polished and cold. And then you've got
cold. Yeah, it's cold.
Right.
Okay.
And then you've got the future kind of painted, kind of like the Marvel Asgard, where it's so futuristic that technology feels almost natural, like in one with nature.
Yeah. That's what I want.
That's the one I want too.
Yeah. Marvel, good job.
Good on you guys. I think you guys did good. To me, I feel like God created the universe and nature, and I don't think technology is inherently evil. And so, if God could coach us as humans in heaven to create technology, I think He wanted to integrate fantastic with nature.
Mm-hmm.
It probably should do more than it is now.
I mean, if you define technology, I think generally speaking, we would go that's computers and electronics, and that's all technology.
But we've got biotech now, so we're starting to link technology to nature a bit. We're starting to get inspired by nature, by animals, by plants.
Oh boy, what happens when plants start behaving like animals because of us?
Oh, I read
what
some
a
really
mess!
Cool,
oh boy, trees pooping.
What?
If they behave like animals eat and poop. So if plants,
what's with you and poop? Like all these episodes, poop.
I've been hanging around little kids all day long, so they've just been talking about poop.
Yeah.
That's probably why.
Okay, so
I'm sorry. Continue.
In the context of the episode, so you would really like the heaven technology transportation to kind of be that marriage of, keeping nature and all of that really like out there, like not this cold, dark.
Well, no, God created it and said it was good, and I fully believe heaven is going to be full of all of God's creation.
Well, that's what hunters like. I think hunters get it. Like, yeah, they shoot a deer, but they wait for hours in nature and they watch all the rabbits run by. They watch the birds chirp and everything. And yeah, there's a moment where they shoot a deer, but there's a lot of nature they're appreciating, right? Yeah. And it's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. So I would agree. Now, would you be disappointed if it was cold and technology heavy?
I don't think that I can agree with the statement that I will be disappointed in heaven.
Okay. Okay. Good answer. So, but that's probably the very spiritual answer.
Yeah.
But
like off the cuff,
truly honest, I think I might be a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit, because like it's just dark and bland everywhere you look. It's just space. It's empty. There's nothing there.
I think as I get older, I'm appreciating nature more, and I want heaven to be packed full of nature. And I think heaven described in the Bible does have a lot of nature. There's the rivers flowing through Zion. There's the trees with the fruits every month of the year. There's a lot of nature being described, which I think is awesome.
Yeah, God made it and said it was good. So I fully expect that to be there.
So in my opinion, a horse was meant to be ridden. Like, it just feels like God wanted us to ride this thing for thousands of years. Like an ox is meant to pull something, like a machine.
Well, there's a reason we have horsepower.
But exactly.
We just modified horses to be...
But am I crazy for really wanting to ride that bear? Like the novelty of it? Or am I now misusing what a bear is?
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, did you ever watch Ready Player One?
Yes.
So the movie where they put on the VR glasses?
Yeah, love that. That's actually a fun movie.
It's a very fun movie. So I feel like you kind of almost start getting into that. You can do whatever, you can be whatever. And like things start to get a little bit weird and maybe a bit debauched. Is that the right word? Debauchery?
Sounds somewhat smart. Yeah.
Something it could very easily swing dark. Let's go with that.
Okay.
Because of our human minds.
Yeah.
But when you don't have sin, then how does that play into things? If you can only create goodness and happy things, then is it only a playground for fantastic ideas that only bring about more joy?
I think so. I think everybody who's like, you got smart people that maybe aren't creative, that maybe problem solve for the creative people. So this creative person might go, I would love to get from Earth to Mars. That would be amazing. Maybe we can do a spaceship, right? Yeah, something. And then the smart guy goes, okay, well, this is my problem. I'll fix it for you. Fixes the problem. Boom. And together as society, we can push the envelope a bit, right?
Yeah.
And I think everybody's going to have the good motive. So you're not going to have, someone who has an underlying evil motive of, I want you to build this machine so that I can dominate the world. We don't have that thing going on, right? But I just thought about something. I want to ride my bear in heaven. I'm riding it with like a steering wheel, I guess, but
whatever you want, whatever.
Onward, Ducky. But I mean, this is probably deserving its own episode altogether. But I want to explore space. So is there this moment where we end up exploring space in heaven?
Yeah.
Yes. You're saying yes without any what? Is there any Bible proof?
I feel like they didn't know a lot about space when the Bible was written.
I agree. Very much agree.
So that could start to pertain to the whole context of they don't know what they can dream of because they can only dream as far as what their realm of
they're limited by the science they currently understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, well, I don't know. I guess I feel like when you're a kid, when there's a big shining star in the sky, and you're like, "Why is that thing there?"
They didn't even know North America was there. Like when
but
Abraham and
still,
Isaac
there's
were doing
curiosity of what is out there. Look at the sky. Look at the sun and the
that's
moon.
what I'm getting at. Is I feel like
they still would dream of.
Me and you would say there was nothing evil about crossing the Atlantic and discovering North America. Just because Abraham and Isaac didn't realize Indians were here in North America doesn't mean that we were never supposed to come here. Maybe we came here and did it wrong. Like maybe we did it the wrong way, but we still got here. Don't you think that like the universe is always expanding? If we have infinite years in heaven, we've got to be exploring space yet, don't you think?
There's so many. Space is so vast. God created it. I'm sure for exploration.
So my bear,
at the right time.
My bear is not a space bear.
Ooh, why not?
Because I don't think space bears are real. Okay, so
not yet. They're not.
So when I'm riding Ducky and I ride my bear named Ducky, and I'm riding him
up to your spaceport
down the highway, and I park him in the parking lot of the spaceport.
Does he have hover shoes?
No. If it's possible, I will not let him have them. I don't want to spoil him.
Does his fur glow rainbows?
That would be cool.
And it's like they would be like little prickles like a hedgehog, but they wouldn't be prickly uncomfortable. It'd be like prickle tickle.
Dude, I was gonna paint a picture of a spaceship, and you got glowing.
You got rainbow Kodiak bear hair that glow tickles you.
No. So are we saying then that we're gonna invent and create and manufacture spacecraft?
Yeah.
There's no Bible precedent, so that's just us kind of going.
There's no Bible precedent for microwaves, but we have them.
Exactly.
Everybody has a microwave.
And we're saying this because we feel like we've got an eternity in heaven that we're gonna do stuff, not just sing songs, right?
Correct.
And exploring the universe, exploring in general, is built into us, is it not? One guy might want to get there, and the other guy is just pumped on creating a machine to get him there. You build machines, fantastic ones, and if I want to drive a spaceship, you might build my spaceship, and then I take you on a ride as we go journey and get there. Because I want a space farm, which is...
So just thought came to mind. If we go to different planets and there's different aspects about different planets, I feel like there's one planet out there that all guys are going to love. You're going to go there and it's going to magnify sound or vibration like crazy. And we're all just going to go there so we can fart really crazy. And it's just like, you fart and the planet shakes. And like, you just go there to feel manly. And it's like, if you're just having like an insecure day or
you know what? I will design you a custom shower right now. I know you just bought a house. I know how acoustics work. I can give you that experience. You're heaven on earth now. Probably for $6,000. I could probably do it for $6,000. I could probably get you a fart amplifying shower.
I don't know if it's worth the investment.
I'll even give you the black rainhead shower top. Like the rainhead shower. It's trendy. Look on Pinterest.
I'd consider it if we could laser etch a Kodiak bear into that, so I would think of you while I shower.
I checked the time, and we're at 25 minutes.
Okay, so we got just a few minutes left to wrap this up.
How much does the camera have?
It's almost done. 4 minutes left.
4 minutes? We can do it. Okay.
Got
So-
4 minutes to save the world. Sorry.
This is where we really need to wrap things up.
Okay.
So we talked about transportation and technology in heaven.
Yeah.
All right. I talked about my dream mode of transportation for myself personally is riding a big Kodiak bear named Ducky, throwing a saddle on him, and riding him to my spaceport to jump in my spacecraft and go explore.
Okay.
What is yours?
Hover bikes, for sure. All I can think of now is just Jesus on a chopper with his mustache wings hanging, blown in the wind. Yeah, so I want transportation to be like cool high-tech stuff mixed in with old style architecture, but it's woven in seamlessly. It's supposed to be there. It looks right. It's not like here we just put a computer on a stone tablet and there we go. That's an iPad thing. Like
So you really like the Asgard model of
where it's integrated and it's supposed to be there and almost like the technology. It's kind of like plants. It's kind of like its own little life system there. Yeah, that's what I like. That being said, I don't know what I don't know. So maybe there's going to be something cooler on Jesus' plate where he's going to be like, yo, dog, that's for you. I'll be like, that's better for sure.
So it's a herd of dolphins with like a I don't know, a raft in the back, and you can.
Weird fact about dolphins. I read an article today about how Korea is training dolphins for possible military use.
Okay, but Russia and U.S. already did it. I'll hook you up with some more.
Okay, we'll save that for another episode.
So I think that's pretty much wrapping up this episode. The conclusions are pretty much Cody would like to have a hover bike, and I would ride a bear with a saddle. Two very different wishful thinking of what heaven would be like for transportation. I think neither of us is convinced we're going to be right.
True.
I think we'll figure it out when we get there. It'll be a lot of fun.
And if all goes according to plan, you will shortly see a picture of a Kodiak bear and a hover bike riding off into the sunset.
Oh boy.
Are you feeling artistic? Do you want to draw that? Because that would make me so happy.
What do you mean? Because I'm stuck trying to graphic design that thing to existence. You want to talk about some shares and likes?
Yeah, so we're on YouTube right now, but we're also on Spotify and Apple Music and a bunch of the other podcast things. I think we're up to like 12 or 13 different platforms now, which is really cool. That means you guys like what we're doing and your friends do too. That being said, if you got friends that don't listen to us and you think they should, then you should share this with them. Also, like this video because it helps that algorithm and then you can make this explode.
Yeah, we really want to keep doing this, but we don't want to do it if nobody cares. And so you need to let us know. And then we will. Hopefully season 2 can be better, quality all around, audio and visual wise. I think that wraps it up. So
that's it. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell thingy because then you'll know when a new episode drops.
Perfect. We have these conversations.
So your pastor doesn't have to.